his companion, Captain S.S. Dhillon, who is retired IAS officer and now in dairy business. Mr. Bandey will tell us about what is the industry losing in having this milk diluted rather than having it supplied to the dairy processing unit without any kind of addition to it, whether water or anything else. And he is also going to tell us about a new process that it seems they have invented, and that can serve for pasteurization, and also in another form it can serve as a sterilizing unit. So, and he has brought a few samples also, which will be tested. And before Mr. Bandey starts, my request is that kindly in the beginning make it very clear for us what you expect from us, other than of course the sample analysis.
Sure.
So what we are supposed to do.
You have a pivotal role to play, and that's why we are here. I'll focus on that. So before I start my presentation, I salute this institute, which is made my Gurukul. I was in third batch of dairy engineering, and it is this institute that converted a mechanical engineer and me into dairy engineer. And my first assignment after passing out from here was dairy engineer of milk plant Chandigarh. And my last assignment after serving this industry for 4 decades was president of a public limited company, which is a joint venture with Punjab government, having 3.5 lakh liters per day capacity milk plant before immigrating to Canada. And when I immigrated to Canada in '98, most of the people in USA and Canada, they are dairy graduates from Karnataka. So we had a meeting in Dallas, Texas, USA, and we decided to do something back home for the country. And when I immigrated to Canada, I thought they are 100 years ahead of us, so it's difficult to catch on with the technology or the innovations they have. But after studying everything minutely, their strengths and weaknesses, I found we are 100 years ahead of them. You will find it difficult to believe this statement, but through this presentation, I will try to explain how we are better and we can compete well. As I've been told by Dr. Patel that I have to focus on the issues which are more relevant, and ultimately they'll culminate into this. We are interested that India should become #1 milk exporting country. Although it sounds, what do you think, is it possible that we sell our buffalo milk at the price of petrol and cow milk at the price of diesel? Is it possible? Anyone sitting here thinks it is possible? Dr. Patel, is it possible? You can make it possible. I can't do it because I have borrowed knowledge. Whatever I have learned in 40 years from milk producers, consumers, dairy professionals, yes, if we all join together, no individual can achieve this target, but collectively, yes, we can. Like Obama said when he became president, he said, yes, we have to first make optimistic note that we can, and we will do it. And I'll explain how we can go far. And simultaneously, we want that consumer in India should also start getting pure pasteurized milk having shelf life of 2-3 weeks. Because here in India, everybody is marketing pasteurized milk with shelf life of, earlier it was 3 days and now it is reduced to, Milkfed Punjab has reduced it to 1 day. Are you aware, Dr. Patel?
1 day, usually it is 2 to 3 days.
It is 1 day. It is 1 day. That means if milk does not remain good for consumption even for 1 day, that means the SPC count and coliform, the milk has to be boiled. So that is one bottleneck which we need to look into and control that. And these are the constraints because the dairy plants are not getting pure and microbiologically safe raw milk to process. And negative role of middleman in the value chain Dudia picks the milk from the producer, he gives to small contractor, gives to big contractor, and big contractor is giving it to dairy cars. And in the marketing side also you have C&F and distributor, dealer and retailer. So these 7 middlemen in the system make the whole thing unviable for the milk producer, and consumer is not getting pure milk at reasonable cost. And there are some unethical conventions. If you know that the milk can used by everyone collecting milk from the farmer are galvanized orange cans like 60 years ago, so those conventions we are carrying on with, and that is the reason that pure milk is not reaching. And then we have no system to analyze raw mixed milk for exact percentage of buffalo milk and cow milk and added water and find out its actual net worth. NDRI had done some work, I think 20 years back. ANSA test was involved, that if buffalo milk is mixed with cow milk, we can identify it is mixed with cow milk. But it cannot spell out the percentage of cow milk mixed with buffalo milk. Am I right, Dr. Patel? I think further there was no research later on to quantify it, because if we do not quantify, how do we know the mixed milk anybody in India is getting? What is the percentage of buffalo milk? Because the price for that is different. And what is the component of cow milk and how much water is added in milk. And that is the root cause of hidden losses to dairy industry, which at the moment, as assessed by our mission, it's about 3 to 5 rupees per kg. Before the milk lands into milk plant, 3 to 5 rupees are taken out. And I'll explain how these are taken. And then process market pure and safe pasteurized milk having shelf life of 15 days. This is again under Indian conditions, we think it is difficult. Is it difficult, Dr. Patel?
Yeah, as of now.
It is difficult. But I will explain that we have a innovative scheme. If we follow that, it will be possible, because the samples which I got analyzed from you earlier, our mission had done some research work on it with the help of our associates. One is a company in Canada which is helping us in evolving a new technology called thermoelectric processing technology that will enable us to produce and sell pasteurized milk having 2 to 3 weeks shelf life. And the samples that I gave about 1 year back to you, it was more than 1 year back. It was kept in refrigerator for 21 days, and after 21 days, it was found to be absolutely okay for consumption, and its score was, I think, 85 out of 100, 8.5 by 10. That's it. So now we have done further search on it that even milk can be sterilized without using any conventional dairy equipment, and that is how we feel that if we are able to achieve that goal, that we are able to sterilize the milk at the farm itself without using any conventional dairy equipment, then exporting that milk to people from where we buy petrol and diesel or crude oil, because they cannot produce milk. They find it very difficult to produce milk because 600 liters water is required to produce 1 liter of milk. They have to first treat the sea water, make it fit for agriculture, grow fodder on that, and then give to the animals and produce milk. They are importing all that, and they are nearby. If we can switch on to a technique or a technology that at farm itself, milk after milking is sterilized and has shelf life of more than 100 days, then is it possible that we convince them that this is our animals are immunologically stronger than their animals because they are genetically modified. Our breeds are original breeds and they have not been modified. And the quality of milk, nutritionally and otherwise, is much better. So, what do you say if it is possible to sterilize the milk at the farm itself and have shelf life of 100 days, then it is possible for us to realize that thing, or I'll be more going with you because you are the head of the consultancy alliance, you are basically dairy technologist, and the friends who are sitting here, they know the dairy chemistry, and you have done a lot of research on that. You think if it is possible, you assume, I will prove that it is possible subsequently, but if it is possible, then can we realize our dream of selling buffalo milk at the price of petrol and cow milk at the price of diesel, if it has more than 100 days shelf life and it is absolutely pure, either buffalo milk or cow milk? I'm not getting.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Huh?
Possible, sir.
Why not shake hands? Actually, there is one person who is on my side and he is agreeing that yes, it can be done. I have documentary evidence, video evidence that it is possible. And that is why now today I have given the samples. The milk has been processed by using this technology. It has been pasteurized. It will stay good for 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks at when it is stored at less than 40 degrees Celsius. And the other milk samples that I have handed over, that will stay good for consumption for more than 100 days. And it will contain no chemical, no preservative, and it will be absolutely what samples I have given. It's a pure buffalo milk produced in a village 15 kilometers from Chandigarh. Name of the milk producer is Bang Singh. He has 4 acres of land. He is producing more than 100 liters milk. So this milk has come from that farmer, and is earning more than 3,000 rupees per buffalo per month. And the milk that he has given to me has been processed using this technology, which I'll be sharing with you. It's not a very complicated technology, and we have processed it and have handed over the samples. And if this remains good for 100 days, means we can, as you agreed with me, so we will try to achieve that. Now, Captain Dhillon will tell you that he has been into this. He was Secretary Agriculture for Punjab, and he has done a lot of research work on how milk is produced and how farmer is squeezed today. He has set up loan. He has taken loan from banks. He has set up big farms, and they are losing. How to convert that into sustainable income proposition by bringing a direct flyover between producer and consumer. And I am happy that he has taken the initiative. He is himself at his farm producing 300 liters of milk and selling it directly to the consumer at a price 36 rupees per liter, which is absolutely sustainable and good for the farmer, and consumer is happy paying 36 because there are no middlemen in the system. And same is the concept of our mission, and we are also interested and encouraging dairy farmers around Chandigarh. I had a meeting with Shri Pawan Kumar Bansal. He is a MP from Chandigarh and Cabinet Minister. I had a meeting with him at his residence, and our mission has given a proposal that Chandigarh can become the first city in India where pure milk will reach from dairy farmer to consumer without any middleman in between. And this processing, pasteurization, sterilization of making dairy products will be taken up at the consumer level in the kitchen. So there are a lot of ladies sitting here. Heating and cooling milk is pasteurization. That is what I was taught. When I was student of this institute in 64, we had a batch pasteurizer in student dairy. I think you understand batch pasteurization, because now system is changed and there are UST and SCST. So the batch process of milk, what it was heating the milk to 62 to 65 degrees Celsius for half an hour and then cooling it down to below 4 degrees Celsius, and milk was pastured. But when we have to go for big volumes, we have to handle 1 lakh liters milk or so. And that system of batch process was not energy effective, because you are heating water and then that was going to drain, and then you're cooling that regeneration was not there. So we have the HTST system now. So if we follow that batch process, the milk can be pasteurized at home. Do you agree that we can, using batch process, we can pasteurize milk at home? Anybody not agreeing with this statement? आप क्या कहते हैं? Because what we do, like he is selling, he is producing 300 liters, he has a cow, how many cows you have? 30, 40 cows he has. So 30, 40 cows, whatever milk is produced, he is cooling that milk and supplying it directly to the consumer. So when it reaches the consumer, he can put it in a stainless steel container and indirectly heat it in another container where water is there, and when the temperature is attained, say 73 or 75 degrees Celsius, you take out that container and put it in tap water, bring down the temperature and then put it in fridge. And then milk is bacteria free, pathogens are killed, and shelf life of that milk will be more than 2 weeks. Provided there is no post-pasteurization contamination, or that milk is not the air in touch with milk also has the microflora, so it can spoil the milk. If the milk is packed in under vacuum, like the samples that I have given, I'll show you. We have samples where the milk after pasteurization you will come. You said it is possible, so you demonstrate that what is possible. So this is milk produced yesterday in a village, Murapur, producer named Ban Singh, and even the buffalo can be identified whose milk is contained in this water. So there is a perfect traceability between producer and consumer. Not only the producer, even I know the buffalo. She is a first cover, Mura breed, and is producing 14 liters milk per day. So that is the milk contained in this water, but it is, after pasteurization, it is packed under vacuum. There is a cap, pop-up seal, when we will open, it will produce sound, you can open it. So you heard the sound. So there is a pop-up seal. Once that seal is broken, the air will get in and it may spark. But when you have, it is under vacuum because air is not available, you know, it's not possible for bacteria to grow. So this milk contains no chemicals, no preservative, no adulterant, because the consumer is in a position to identify who has produced this milk, which animal has produced the milk, so he cannot escape, please. He cannot escape his responsibility, he cannot say, because